Okay, let's get settled. Good afternoon. Welcome everyone. Good to see everybody. We have a jam-packed seminar today. We've never done this before. And I'm without Mr. and Mrs. Bruner for about an hour, but just bear with us. We already had a major change in the schedule, so Mr. Trainer and I will tap dance our way through this. First, what we'd like to do is very important part of what we've done for the last 4 or 5 months. Some of the alumni who were here in November, I believe, you had a chance to see the kickoff of a program called TOPUCU. T-O-P-U-C-U. Stands for the only person you cheat is you. And you were here at the introductory session, and I think you were all very impressed. I asked the alumni up here what they thought, and you thought it was a great program. Today, after probably five sessions, 5 months, the students who went through the program have completed their mission statements. You got an education and a crash course in what most companies, and Mr. Sipek, Mr. Sage, a bunch of the operating committee people can tell you, companies spend tens of thousands of dollars on training individuals and corporations. Because good personal goals and good mission statements and good employees lead to tremendous corporate performance. That performance and that output, obviously, they're all interested in the bottom line, leads to good earnings, and also happy employees and focused employees are good to have, right? So with that, we are going to have graduation for the TOPUCU students, because it was 5 months of really grueling lessons. And you alumni that didn't go through it, you're probably thankful, but I can tell you right now, when you're going to hear a couple of the mission statements read, and I think it's going to, you guys are smart enough to know, and you've been through enough, and I'm looking at my Montgomery sisters over here. You'll get a sense of what it was, and it's pretty cool. Now, all of those sessions are on the website, and you can view those videos. So I would encourage you, I know with all your free time you have in college, take a look at them, but there's some pretty cool stuff there, and I think you would be impressed. With that, who's coming up? Jerry, Cam, Norm, which professor, assistant professor, boss, all of them. They're all coming up. Give them a big round of applause.
Okay, thanks, Tom. I'm going to read the names of the graduates. If you would come forward, we appreciate that. And I'm going to ask for your forgiveness if I don't pronounce your name right, because I'm old and I probably ain't going to do that.
It's older than me.
Yeah, you didn't need to say that word. But anyway, so we do appreciate the ones that went through the program. I hope you enjoyed it. I think it's going to provide even more focus going forward in your life. So without further ado, I'm going to do this alphabetically so you can know when to be ready. Okay, Brianna. I'm just going to say your first name. Brianna, is she here? Not here, okay. Loretta. I'm going to go with the last name. Congratulations. Keisha. Austin, I'm good with Austin. I got that. Madison. Is Austin here? Not here. Madison. Okay. Madison. Jade. Sarah. Okay. If we missed a journal and a t-shirt, make sure we get your name because we went for the list that we had. I apologize in advance. You get 2 journals then. If we missed your name. Kiara. Get close. Gabriel. Congratulations. Maddie. Is Maddie here? Caroline? Natalie? Natalie? Sage. Okay, let's get one. Oh, Sage Hester. Sage. Nicholas. Not here. Nicholas not here. How about Kelly? Jordan. Jordan? He's not here today? Diana? Skylar? Amelia? Say the last name on this, I apologize. Nelson. James. Thank you, James. Like you say, James. Jesse? Jada? Channing? Not here. Paige? Paul? Tyler? Jada? Did I say it right? Last name? Wade? Not here. Nicole?
All right. First thing we're going to do is we're gonna do a quick intro. So lesson number 3 is lesson number 3. PATH stands for. So I want you all to meet my wife, Pat. Stand up. PAT could also stand for passive aggressive tendencies, I guess. I don't know. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that that would be another acronym, wouldn't it? So, no. Pat is my pain association transfer. She keeps me rocking and rolling so we can go out there and have fun doing this. Hey, since we've been here, I'm not going to take long, which I know you're all going to be shocked by, but we have been to the Turtle Mountain Chippewa Nation. It went really, really good. We're going to do a lot of help there, which is really, really cool for TOPUCU. I was at Ohio University for the first time. I was there not partying, which is kind of cool. I've never been there not partying before when I was back in the high school days. So actually, I'm going to be a fellow. Is that what they call them? Is that a fellow? What's a fellow? I thought I was a fellow. I'm a male. They said something about being a fellow, so I'm going to be a fellow, some kind of partnership fellow thing. So, but we're going to continue to do their entrepreneur classes at OU. And Professor Andrew Alphabet wants to actually use use TOPUCU as an orientation program. So what you guys are going through is now working its way into colleges. We got Sinclair College, we got 5 colleges in Arizona, so things are kind of rock and roll. So you guys are kind of ahead of the curve, which is kind of neat. So the only thing I want to do before we have 2 volunteers who are going to read mission statements is I want you to tell me, I'm going to, first of all, undo an injustice I did 2 months ago that has bothered me almost every week, or not just every day, but every week I've been thinking about this for the last 2 months. And I believe it was you that gave the 6 items for the mission statement. Was it you? At the very end of the last class, we said, so I had somebody that gave me the 7 E's, they were sitting right here, and I gave them $20. And then I said, who can give me all 6 areas of a mission statement and goals, which are obviously family, spiritual, physical, mental, social, and then education. Was that you? Was it you? Was it you? I thought I gave you the 20 for doing the E's up here, right? No. It was Jerry. Well, if anybody here remembers being the person, honestly remembers being the person that gave me the 6 areas of doing the, I could have sworn it was you, sitting right back over there. It was in April. Huh? Think you helped somebody? So you're telling me they cheated, which is what I did all the But anyway, so, all right, well, if anybody thinks about that, let me know. I'll give you $20. But be honest, okay? So here's, all I want to do is I want to ask you, do you get the gist of what TOPUCU is? TOPUCU should basically help you accomplish 2 things that can radically transform your life. And it's probably too much of an open-ended question. Here's the bottom line. TOPUCU should make you think through things before you say or do something. TOPUCU should create that pause button so that you think through things before you say or do something that could be destructive to you. And again, like I taught you in the very first class, I can look back at 69 years old and tell you that my life is the sum total of every decision I've ever made. Good decisions, bad decisions. TOPUCU should help you think through and make good decisions. Make sense? Fair enough? If that's all you get out of TOPUCU, is you think through things and make good decisions, we'll have done our job. Fair enough? All right, who are our 2 volunteers going to do the mission statements? Jerry asked 2 of you if you would do your mission statements, and you graciously volunteered. So if you 2 can come up. If you want to hold while you're all set, he's going to give you another mic to hold while you're holding this mic. It's a double mic hold. Oh, you've been volunteered to go first?
Yeah, sorry.
My mission statement, I said, I will look to God to improve myself, my community, and those around me. I will continue to keep positive while searching for my purpose, and I will work to improve my life and the lives that surround me by working to my full potential and helping others on their search for success while I pursue my career of education. And my goal is to affect everyone I know in a positive way.
The thing said that it can have to be really long or kind of short, and I like summarizing things. And so I simply said, if I flip over to it, I will not be afraid to be who I want to be if I believe it will, if I believe it will be better for not only myself, but the people around me. I will reach for my goals, and I will envision myself reaching those goals, because that is the only way that you can do so. Sorry, I'm not very good at writing, but that's all I have to say.
Thank you, ladies. All right, there was one more
mission statement.
One more mission statement. Nice.
Okay, she must not want to.
All right, so hey, we just appreciate you guys allowing us to come here and help you learn these little trinkets that help you hopefully transform your life. So it's been a blast. Thanks so much.
So Norm, I think that being a fellow means you need to write a big check. Okay? Yeah.
Should have known that was going to happen.
Once again, TOPUCU is a tremendous program. You don't know, I kind of think, Jerry, Kim, we ever got a chance to put camp and TOPUCU together, and we got started early enough, because I know you're doing a lot of work with a lot of different segments of the population, but we got it started early enough in the education system. It would be huge. It would be absolutely huge. Because the things you teach and you combine that with the career training and development, I think you can knock it out of the park, you know. Thank you so much. They dedicated 5-6 months of time, talent, money, energy, giving up their Sundays, just like you all do, to be part of this. And I can't thank you enough. And Jerry, who introduced Norm to us through the CAST program, and all that he brings to the school. We have to figure out, we have a bunch of sophomores who are they're actually officially juniors now, that are coming into the program, and I'd like to get that out to them. And then obviously camp's going to continue, so I need to try to figure out a way how to do it without carving out 5 months of every year to do it. And maybe we can sit down and try to figure that out, because it is something that needs to become part of the camp program. So once again, give them a huge round of applause, please. Okay, with that, graduates, 2018 graduates, where are you? Raise your hand. Okay, can you head to 114, please, with Mr. Traeger? And I will be there in about 60 seconds. Bob Milan? No, you can leave your stuff here. You can leave all that stuff, right? Oh, yes, I do. Okay. Yeah, let me get them now. Okay. Mr. Traeger, what would I do without him? Hey, Jerry, Norm, and Kim, I almost forgot, but Mr. Traeger reminded me, we have a small token for you, for each of you, from camp and the early college high school, Ken and Tabitha. Would you mind coming up so I can just give this to you? Thank you very much for everything. Appreciate it. Okay, we're going to get started on the alumni panel. And let's see. First of all, thank you for doing this. I got twisted arm a little bit. Some of you who've done this before in the audience are relieved I didn't ask you again. Some of you I didn't get to yet. Just wait till next year. Caitlin, John. But thank you. And this is one of my favorite sessions every year. And much of them are the same, but some of them are quite different, especially the questions. I'm pulling the seniors out because they've had 2 years of panels, so really what you're talking to here is the incoming seniors and the incoming juniors. So I think it's a perfect audience, okay? Your role and responsibility is to ask your alumni, your friends, your graduates 1 year ago all the way up to 4 or 5 years ago. Matt Kinlow on the right, Kayla Ganeri over here, some of our first students in the program, all the way down to, again, graduates last year. They've either gone through the college experience. Matt's just graduated Ohio University. Matt is in our caddy program. Matt received a caddy scholarship. Matt works at West Medical. He's one of our 5 or 6 students that works there. He's going to be working there for the next 16 months or so. Terrific learning experience. And then he's going on to grad school, and hopefully he's going to be a doctor or in the medical field. So, I can talk about every single one of them. Caleb, Ohio State. It goes on and on. But here's your chance. This is your chance to ask whatever questions you want. I'm leaving. I'm with Mr. Trainer. My operating committee will put their fingers in their ears if it's anything too sensitive. But, you know, we've had questions about drugs and sex and rock and roll. I mean, this is your chance to ask them, what is it really like out there? So they're going to give you the straight skinny, and they're going to answer it appropriately. They don't get any points for not being honest and open, and they don't get any deducted either. So please, I would like to ask somebody that you run this microphone. Gabe, maybe you can do it, because sometimes they don't get the questions. What's that?
Sorry, this gentleman over here.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Gabe. Thank you. But here's your chance. Ask them whatever you want. You got about an hour, a little bit less. I'll be back after I finish with the graduates, and have a good session, okay? You're all set, right, Matt? Go. You want to explain to, if you guys would introduce yourself, just obviously your name, where you go to school, what your major is, and if you're working this summer, and where you're working, that would help them. So maybe we'll start with Chelsea, and then get down to you, and you can give them the instructions, or you want to give them the instructions now?
Well, I was just going to say, while we're doing introductions, you can pull out your phones. I know that's probably odd, I can't send it out.
It's the only time you can pull out your phone.
Pull out your phones and go to sli.do. And I'll tell you what it's sli.do.
Okay. My name is Shelby Wyatt. I graduated in the class of 2017. I'm going to Kent State University, the main campus up in Kent. My major is special education. I'm minoring in the autism spectrum.
My name is Tessa Nitter. I graduated in 2016. I go to Washington University, and my major is in specialist, minor to intensive, and I work at JR Cultural Center.
Hi guys, I'm Megan. I graduated in 2016 as well. I'm at Walsh University, and my major is clinical laboratory science, and I'm working at West Med.
Hi, my name is Amisha Barnes. I go to Washington University. I graduated in 2016, and I'm working at JRC Coleman Center, and my major is clinical laboratory science.
Hi everyone, I'm Pakia Warner. I graduated in 2017. I go to Cairo College. My major is early childhood education, and I work at JRC as well.
Hi everyone, I'm Kayla Bornieri. I go to the Ohio State University, majoring in biological engineering, and I'm currently working with a professor over the summer at Ohio State for a STEM outreach camp.
Hi everyone, my name is Matthew Kinlow. I graduated from early college in 2014 and just recently graduated from the Ohio University last semester, which by the way was the first institute of higher education in the Northwest Territory. But who's counting? I was a biological sciences major, pre-med, with minors in African American Studies and Chemistry. Oh, okay, so did you guys all find sli.do? Okay, so you're going to put in the code 48 212-222-4949. And if you don't want to ask a question out loud, you can text that in anonymously through that app. So feel free to ask whatever questions you have. If anyone does have a question to get us started, we can start there. You can raise your hand as well if you want to ask it out loud.
So how easy is it to go out and like find extracurriculars or clubs to join?
Personally, for me, at Ohio State, we have something called an involvement fair. So all of the students go like one of the first days before classes, and all the student orders are out on campus, and they have tables and booths and boards set up, and they just talk to you about their clubs. If you're interested, you sign up like on their email list, and then you get emails, and if you want to go, you go. If you don't, you just don't go to their meetings. So it's super easy. You can get involved as you want or as little as you want.
For me, I play basketball at Hiram, so it was kind of easy for me to find extra things to do. But we had a fair as well. You could sign up for a sorority if you wanted to be in a club for different things. But I just had basketball, and this coming year I'll be a part of the Black Student Union at Hiram.
Same with Walsh, like there's fairs everywhere, and you guys can just volunteer and sign up for stuff.
Kent State has the same thing. We're very open. It's easy to get involved, especially if you find other people that are doing something. So it's just talking to people and making sure you're doing what you want to do. Fairs are always open behind it. It's really easy.
All right, I think we've answered that question. These questions. Thank you for sending in questions. There's a lot coming in right now, but I'm just going to go ahead and address one of them. Someone asked, "What's the deal with partying?" And I feel like I should answer that one. Since OU has a reputation that we all know about. Parties are out there. They're going to happen pretty much anywhere you go. I know I've gone to quite a few parties at the Ohio State University, and you're gonna have to deal with finding balance in a way that you probably haven't yet had to experience that. You will have a lot of, maybe not a lot of free time, but you will have free time, and you'll have the choice to do what you want with that free time. Personally, I set up a pretty strict study schedule throughout the week. I was also working, and then at Friday at 5 o'clock, I made sure I was done with all of the work I needed to do, for the most part, usually. And I could have fun. I could enjoy myself, within reason, of course. But parties are going to be there. I would say, don't let like that kind of reputation, I guess, scare you. You should look into the school for what it has to offer, and also, of course, consider that.
I'm not the party type of person. I went to a couple with my little eye. But if you go to a party, just make sure that you have someone you can trust to go with you, and be careful. Because once you go to a party, once you go to college, you're grown. So if you do anything illegal, it's on you. Just be careful, and yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah, you brought up a really good point. So I formerly worked for Community Standards and Student Responsibility at Ohio University, which is essentially our judiciary. So that's where everybody goes when they get in trouble, right? So I was kind of like the buzzkill at the party anyway. But be careful about who you bring with you as well, because your friends, you can be held responsible for the actions of your friends and the people around you. Even if you're not doing anything wrong, or you don't think that you're doing anything wrong, you are the company you keep, and the university, or at least Ohio University, is going to hold you to that standard, and pretty much every other university is going to follow suit.
I see this a question about Hiram. It says, I've heard both positive and negative things about Hiram. what is it really like, both for curriculum and community? I would say I don't really have anything negative to say about Hiram. The only thing is that we're far from shopping places, restaurants. That's the only thing that I would say. But the curriculum and like the classroom setup that at Hiram is very positive. When I got there on the first day, everybody knew my name in the education house. And I was the only freshman in a class full of juniors and seniors. And they really help you out. If you need anything, they'll help you. The community is like a family. It's just like early college. That's one of the reasons why I went to Hiram, because it's a close-knit community. And again, I don't really have anything negative to say about Hiram. Hiram is a good school.
Is there anything that you didn't consider during your college search that you ended up wishing you would have paid more attention to while you were in different schools making your decisions?
One thing I'll mention is just when you're going to school, it's important to look for your major and look for a good quality size, but also look and see how it's going. Like, I don't know how to phrase it without it being really weird. Look for a college that's going to make you be the best you, I guess. Because when you leave, like there's one question, the hardest thing to adjust is being away from the family that you make. So the friends that you make in your family here. So go somewhere where you're going to be easily, put back into that person so you don't like get knocked off because you don't know who you are anymore. So find a place that you're going to be able to feel like you're grounded, like you can still be people without like ditching everything else that you're looking for, like nature and quality of school, if that makes sense.
I would say just make sure that you're visiting schools. I was just having this conversation yesterday, I think, and I do wish that I'd visit more schools. Prior to selecting Ohio University, that was actually the only school that I went to actually, like on an actual college visit to, and I fell in love with the school right away. So I don't regret that decision, but I do wish that I had seen or made an effort to see, I guess I was making an effort, but been more intentional about planning out a college trip or something like that. Yeah, and also, yeah, definitely just find a school that fits you. It can be easy to go where maybe your family or your friends want you to go or think that you should go, but you have to make that choice for yourself. And I don't know, did we answer your question?
There's one that says, how do small colleges compare to large colleges when it comes to feeling connected? So as you know, Ohio State's a pretty large campus. I definitely got lost a couple times during orientation and even the first semester of college. But after a while, you find friends and you find niches and you find communities. And now walking across campus, I'll see 5 people I know just going from one class to the other out of the 50,000 people on my campus. So if you're scared about being like the only fish in the lake, and that's a terrible analogy, but like not knowing anybody, you'll make friends really fast. Like people on your floor, people you live with, people in your dorm. And it gets like smaller and smaller as you stay there. But you also have the opportunity to meet new people because, like I said, there's 50,000 people. So I don't think I'd let that frighten you.
Walsh is a private school, so it's like pretty small. Then there's like buildings that, if you're like in the science major, I'm in the science major, I'm in like 2 buildings. So I get to know all the people that's in science and make friends that way.
If you guys don't mind, I would like to say something about that too. When I first went to college, I went to a very small private Catholic school called Grove City out in PA. It had 2,100 people at it. And after 3 semesters there, I transferred over to Kent State, which is a fairly large school. And I would like to say that in comparison, the small school, like I knew absolutely everybody in my class. It was the same size as my high school. And then I knew everybody in the class above me and a few people in the class below me. So you have to be prepared for that. You have to be prepared for having composure. Because everywhere you go, you're going to know 20 people. And whereas when I was at Kent State, another thing you're going to notice is that it's going to be a little bit harder to get a hold of professors and to get, not necessarily to get help, it'll be easier to get help in other things like resources and other departments like that. But it will be harder to get a hold of professors, and you have to be prepared for that. As well as, like, you can go around campus and you can know quite a few people, but you won't know everybody. So there's a little more freedom in that, and you have to consider that as well as the community of both colleges when you're doing that.
I want to address, is it difficult to share a dorm with other people that you do not know? So when I decided to go to Kent State, I did not end up going with any of my friends, which was very difficult for me. So I was rooming with another girl who I ended up choosing, but I had never met her personally. She's from Columbus, Ohio. And we took like a questionnaire, asked us what we liked, and I think a lot of colleges do, like what are your study habits, when you eat, like are you a night person or a day person? So it's like that, but I know Kent, they had a Facebook profile, and you could search for people. But it was definitely different because the whole like fear of what if I don't like her, how's this gonna go? Because I'm stuck with her for 8 months, like out of the year or longer. You do get the choice, and then there's also the choice to move out of the dorm, which takes a lot more time after you move in. But just look for the right person, look for somebody who might be able to help you out, and look for good qualities. If that helps.
Okay, I want to move on to a question that a lot of you are asking on here, which has to do with like the benefit of early college, like how beneficial was early college once you actually get to a full 4-year institution. And oh wait, how did you phrase this? Let's see. I'm sorry. Well, okay, I can't find it now. But early college gave me such an advantage over my classmates, especially in my freshman year, my first year. Gave me such an advantage over the classmates who hadn't taken similar courses and really were still getting their footing and trying to figure out their study styles and how to take notes and all of the things that all of you have been exposed to. I did feel like I had an advantage in that way. I personally was never very concerned about shortening my time in college. Although I knew it would cost more money. To me, there's no replacement for the maturity and the experience that you gain in those 4 years of being away, of like living life kind of by yourself, kind of on your own, and blazing your own trail that way. So I wasn't necessarily looking to use my associate's degree to get out of 2 years of college. It definitely gave me flexibility. It helped a lot when I messed up in classes and had to, maybe had to retake something. I didn't have to worry about all those like prereqs that people were so concerned about. I didn't have to take my freshman year English class. I didn't have to take psych. I didn't have to take most of those classes. I did all of it. So there was also a question about credits, and for me, all of the credits transferred, but they might not have equated to a class that I needed to take in order to get my degree. I don't know if that makes sense, but so I had junior status because of the number of credits that I had, but I also had classes that I still had to take for my major that were similar to classes that I would take here, like organic chemistry I took here, but had to take real organic chemistry. Let me tell you, that's a whole different organic chemistry than what we took at Cersei. But yeah, I mean, early college, for me, the biggest benefit stemmed from the experience and the skill that you gain more than just the sheer like credit hours that you get.
Yeah, going off what like Matt was saying, like early college helped me get like into my major faster because at Walsh you have to take so many prereqs before you can get into your major. So early college helped me with that the most.
Like I said earlier, I was the only freshman in a lot of my classes that I took with juniors and seniors. And early college helped me out a lot because when I sat down with my advisor to plan my, 3 years now, of college, she said, I don't know what to do with you because you have so many college credit and so many classes that you already took. And like Tessa said, I was able to declare my major before anyone in my class. And that really helped because with the early childhood education program at Hiram, we go out to schools in the area of Hiram and we do a small teaching course. And it was a lot of seniors in that class and I was the only freshman. So instead of 4 years, I'll be there for 3 years. And it saved me and my family a lot of money to go through the early college program and graduate with an associate's degree. So early college really does help.
I also want to say I've changed my major since my first semester 2 times. I started in nursing and I moved into special education after I transferred to early childhood education. For me, that transition was about finding where I actually wanted to belong. And what made me feel like I do most difference, but with early college, me changing so many times, it didn't change. Like most of my credits were still covered. It was only, like Matt said, finding the classes that they make you take. Like some of your credits are transferred, like you're accepted, but you still have to take like a required class in the same idea base. So early college does help, especially if you don't know where you're at first, and then you change it around.
I guess that I've been designated as the moderator, so we're just going to do this. Unless any of you see a question that you want to address, go ahead.
I see this one that says, how did you decide your major? I've always, in the 6th grade, I decided I was going to be a lawyer because my teacher told me I shook hands very well and I argued with my peers very well. So I just went along with her and I said I was going to be a lawyer. But I don't know if you remember her or not, I'm pretty sure you do, Mrs. Lewis. She was the history teacher here. She came to me one day and said, "Kid, you should work with children." And I kind of looked at her and said, "Why?" And she said, "You work with children every day, all day. You're the teacher of your youth in church. You are the instructor for your dance ministry at church. You talk about kids all the time." And I said, "I don't know." So it was when our basketball team, McKinley's basketball team, went to Gibbs Elementary and we had to read in the classroom and ask questions and everybody sat there and I felt comfortable working with children. And I work at JRC now. And even though sometimes, all you hear is your name being called 20,000 times a day, I feel comfortable working with children, and I couldn't imagine myself doing something other than working with children. So I would say when you decide your major, make sure it's something that you really can see yourself doing. Make sure it's something that you love. And personally, now I cannot picture myself being a lawyer. I couldn't. So I see myself in a classroom setting and teaching children. So make sure it's something that you really love and enjoy doing and you can see yourself doing it.
Yeah, and I want to add a little bit onto that. Someone told me once that the thing that you're supposed to do and the thing that, is part of your purpose and that you will likely end up doing maybe for the rest of your life, you probably, already been doing that in smaller ways throughout your life. So that's awesome that you said that because I feel the same way about health. Like I've always been passionate about making sure that the people around me were okay. Like I've always wanted to how people didn't, I struggled a lot in early college just like trying to figure out what it was that I wanted to do. I was really hard on myself about what it was that I should do, and it's scary to think like that this one decision could end up being what you do for the rest of your life, and what if that's wrong, and what if I'm supposed to do something else, and all these what ifs. But I'm telling you, honestly, life has a funny way of steering you and kind of guiding you. You just worry about those steps right there in front of you. Of course, you want to plan out and have a plan moving forward, but do what you love. Do the thing that you've already been doing. Do the thing that you care about. I made the mistake of, I started off, well, I wanted to be a doctor, right? So the way that most people do that is through a chemistry major or a biology major. Biology major, everybody does that. I didn't want to do that. So I chose chemistry because I was good at it my freshman year. And then I realized, like, I don't like chemistry. I don't really care about chemistry that much. Chemistry is awesome, and it's really cool, and I did like learning about it, which is why I kept that as a minor, but I in some ways, I do wish I picked a major about like that maybe I'm very passionate about social justice. You can be a social justice, you can have a different major and still go to medical school. I don't know if you guys know that, but pre-med is like, you need like 6 classes in your entire 4 years of undergrad that are prereqs for medical school, and nobody told me that. I thought that I needed a science-based degree, and I'm happy that I made that choice now, but I do wish that I had that option. So all of that to say, do the thing that you're passionate about, do the thing that you love, and don't be afraid. Don't be afraid about that not being your forever.
Kind of just to tack on to what Matt just said, don't let anybody else decide your major for you or convince you to do something that you feel like you really don't want to do. I got in and I knew I wanted to be a teacher, but also a bunch of people told me, like, you shouldn't be a teacher, you shouldn't be a teacher. So I was like, okay, I'll get a math degree too, and that way I can do that if I decide not to be one. And then I got into a few math classes and I'm like, I do not want to do this for the rest of my life. So I changed my major. I'm still an education major, but especially with a lot of majors that you don't get a lot of pay in, that they aren't respected as much as they should be, a lot of people are going to tell you not to do that. So you have to like really decide, I want to do this for the rest of my life, and decide the reasons that you want to do it, and that'll help you go on and be successful and love what you do.
I just have something to add to that too. Just when you're picking your major, just take advantage of your resources. I know that something that was important for me is that Mr. V actually set up an appointment that I actually shadowed a clinical laboratory scientist, because you can think that you want to do something, and then when you get in there and you see what they actually do, it's not anything that you want to do for the rest of your life. So I think it's important to actually see someone doing the job, actually what they do, before you make your decision.
And to piggyback off of what Megan said, working at JRC and being an early childhood education major, and being in the classroom every day, and Amisha can attest to this, but we plan stuff for the students every day. We try to have lessons that they can do, or try to find ways that we can disguise learning different things like math and science. Right now, we're actually, this coming week, we plan science week for the kids. So we're going to do different things like making volcanoes out of pool noodles and having Mentos pop, make the volcano explode. But make sure that, like Megan said, you go into or try to find something that you can, go into to see how it really works.
One thing I want to say before we move to our next topic about your major is don't be afraid to change it. Like I said, I changed mine 2 times. Just because I didn't find what I felt comfortable in, like nursing, like we've all said. I thought it was what I wanted to do. My family highly encouraged it, and I was very into it. But then I got into my first semester, and I didn't love it the way I thought it would. So changing scared the crap out of me, I would lie. Because I was
All right, moving on. Anyone see a question that's popping up to you? Well, I want to address one question. Someone asked, how much time do you spend trying to get good grades or something like that? I just lost the question again. I don't know about that. But essentially, how much time do you spend studying? And there was another question that said, is it easy to get overwhelmed? And how much time you'll spend studying is really going to depend on your schedule, your major, and all of that. But I would say take the time to be prepared for each class. So definitely do not wait for a test to start trying to learn material and process material and really like throw that into your long-term memory because it's just unnecessary stress. Like there's times where I have crammed for an exam and gotten an A, but I was up all night for a couple of nights, and you don't have to do that. I was really good. I think one thing that gave me a good start my freshman year, I made sure that I listened to what the professor said. So if a professor says, read the text before you come to class, read the text before you come to class. And then a good strategy that I have is to just do the most, like do all of the extra up until your first exam in all of your classes. And then from there you can like peel things back that maybe were unnecessary. So like for example, what was it, Bio 1700, which was like cellular biology mixed with like a bunch of other stuff. I made sure I read the sections that were going to be covered in class before I came to class. I made sure I was sitting in the front row. I made sure I was answering questions in class, actively being a part of the class, going to office hours, getting a tutor. You don't wait until you're struggling to find a tutor. Have somebody already in place who you know can help you out in that given subject. And so I got 103% on the first exam. And I'm like, okay, well, maybe I don't need to read the entire chapter. Maybe I can skim through the chapter and then go to class and ask questions and then read more about what I don't understand. So I think that was a good strategy for me to just start off like going like guns blazing and doing everything that you possibly can until you see maybe what classes need more attention and what classes you don't have to give so much of that time to. And then regarding the is it easy to get overwhelmed, I'll say it can be. I also dove into a lot of extracurriculars. I was very involved in a lot of student organizations, and I took on a lot of leadership roles, and I don't regret doing that. Most of what I've learned about just like how to operate and be a good person and all of those things came from those experiences with my extracurriculars, but you do have to be very intentional about the time that you spend and being okay with saying no. People are going to want you to do a bunch of stuff, but you have to prioritize for yourself. Anybody wants to add to any of those things?
What I'll say is, don't, but try not to procrastinate. Procrastination will get you in trouble, trust me. I was the queen of procrastination. But with basketball, if you have a job or anything, or you have a sport that you're playing in college, make sure you spend the time that you're out of classes and between time with practices and games. Try to study as much as you can, because with me, I travel a lot. I went out of state. I went, to colleges like 3 hours away. And if you can, just try to find as much time to, make sure you're getting the work done reading. Because if not, sometimes your days can turn into nights and your nights turn into days and you won't be able to sleep. But, don't procrastinate. Just, have good time management.
And then going off of that, I know everyone says that it's super, super easy. Just go to class. every day that there's lecture or lab or anything, go to class. I know it's so easy. You schedule 8 a.m. lab and you're like, oh, I can do it. And then 7:30 comes around in the morning, you're like, it's so much easier to hit snooze, skip class, go to class. It makes the world of difference.
Oh, real quick, but also I was actually disappointed because everyone told me that nobody cared in college if you went to class or not. Not always true. Depends on your professor. Some of my professors like legitimately took attendance, and if you weren't there, I had a cross-cultural communications class at 7 in the morning, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and I didn't feel like I needed to be there all the time. But if I were to miss, I think it was more than 3 classes, after that, each class you miss is a full letter grade down. So, but there will be classes where like you're not required to go. There's no form of attendance, no sneaky attendance where there's sneaky attendance where they'll ask you questions on some app or like online and take attendance that way. They'll give you points for those questions, like whether you get them right or wrong. But yes, definitely go to class. Like that's, you have to think about it like that's your job. Like your full-time job is to be a student. So you're going to class and you're studying, and it should be at least 40 hours a week, you know?
I see a question that says, is it easier to live in a dorm or an apartment off of campus? Having done both, I think it's so much easier to live in a dorm because everything is there. Your classes are there, your meal plan, your food is there, your friends are there. That being said, it's oftentimes cheaper to live off campus. I definitely recommend trying to live on campus at least the first year to get the hang of things, and then they have like events on campus that you can go to and you like have an idea of what's going on around campus instead of like when you're on off campus in an apartment, you're like, what just happened? Like there's an event I missed, like I didn't know what was going on. So definitely try to live on campus and like meet friends that way. But then off campus, like once you're old and you have the swing of things, you know where all your classes are, you have your set group of friends, then you try to just figure things out.
I think that's one thing that I loved about Ohio University is that it's a college town, so on campus and off campus are kind of the same thing. The dorms are like, well, some apartments are closer than some of the dorms, but I honestly hate dorms. I think that's a terrible idea. I don't know who came up with the idea of dorms, but I didn't like it. So I was trying to get out of the dorms as soon as possible. Unfortunately, Ohio University required that we were in the dorms for our first 2 years. I loved my apartments. I have loved all of my apartments. I like to cook for myself. I don't like meal plans and things like that. But that's something you'll have to explore on your own.
I like the question about finances and budgeting your own money and barrels of credit cards. Be smart. Definitely if you work now, it'll change when you go to school, depending on your classes and how much you actually push yourself, because you have to spend time on classwork and then finding a job. So it's different than high school, because again, you have to find a balance, just like you did when you were in high school, between work and everything. I don't have any credit cards, so if anybody else wants to talk about that, just because I don't want to get into the loop of like, right now I just want to worry about my loans. But just find a way that works for you to pay off loans then. Just be smart with your money, smart with how you spend it, don't overspend. And if you get money back from the government, you shouldn't spend all of it because of your loans and everything. Use it wisely, save it for books, save it for paying back loans. Don't spend it on like a new beanbag chair or anything. Just use it smartly.
Hey, I was wondering if we could get answers to these top 2 questions. What qualities should we be looking for when visiting or picking out a college? And the other one was, what's the hardest thing to adjust to when you went to college? So I think those 2 would be good to answer. Thanks.
What qualities should we be looking for when visiting or picking out a college? I would say You definitely want to, I don't know how to explain the vibe, but you definitely need to be feeling for a vibe. Like, do I see myself walking these streets every day? I recently visited, I'm in the process of doing the same thing with medical school. So I visit UCSF, which is like this, I think it's like the #3 medical school in the nation. I didn't like it. It was like everything seemed kind of old, and it was right. It was one building off of a main street that I couldn't see myself there, if that makes any sense. The classroom, the rooms were like thin, except the anatomy lab had a view of the Golden Gate Bridge, so that's like always awesome. That was so cool. Most anatomy labs are in this. Okay, so when you're looking for a college, you also should be looking for definitely that financial aid package. There are schools that will give you money for different reasons, whether it be like your major or if you are interested in like, working in a particular area of service, or if you come from low-income background, different things like that. Anybody have anything else to add to that?
Also, a factor is like distance. How far away from home do you want to be? Do you want your parents to come visit you every weekend? Do you want to be able to go home every weekend? Do you just want to get out of state? Do you want to be like 3 hours away? I think those are important too. And just make sure, like everyone said, visit the actual college and like make sure you can see yourself being there.
Just like they said, make sure you can see yourself being there. For me, I'm not the type of person where I like big crowds or I like big classes. And Hiram was just like early college. I think the largest amount of people in the class that I had was, I think, 14 people. And that was very good for me because I like being in a classroom where I can be like one-on-one with the teacher. And I really saw myself being there because it's a small college, and it's literally like a block worth of school. And Hiram is 40 minutes away. I'm not the type of person where I like being away from home because, first of all, I have a lot of things to do at home. But my family is very close, so I didn't see myself going to a school that was like 3 hours away. So I decided to go to Hiram, which was 40 minutes away.
I'm a commuter, so I live at home, so I don't have any problem with family and stuff like that. I just think that you should pick out a college that's best for you. Like everybody pick out the college that's best for them. I feel like if you pick something that you end up not liking, you can obviously transfer schools or whatever, but I feel like you should just pick something that's best for you.
Going off what Nakia said, Kent's about 45 minutes away depending on traffic, and I know it doesn't seem like a lot, but 45 minutes, especially on a day where you miss home, feels like a lifetime away. So even if you're like, I want to leave and I want to get away, 45 minutes might make it for you because it does feel, especially when you're used to being home every day, 45 minutes can be like, oh, it seems like it takes me hours to get home, especially if you want to be home. So just think smart about that. Sometimes 3 hours might work, sometimes 45 minutes might actually make your cut being far enough today.
Something else to add, I think it's important, obviously you want the school to have your major, but also look at the quality of the program. That was one of the deciding factors for me. It's really important to look, some programs are more prestigious than others, and that's something to definitely pay attention to.
Going off of Megan, I go to Walsh, so I had 3 majors picked out that I wanted to do, and luckily Walsh had all 3 of them. So I ended up changing my major to my second option, which I really like. That's one of the reasons why I picked Walsh.
So I'm not sure if any of you guys said that you went out of state, but considering credit-wise, what do you guys think is the better choice, in state or out of state?
I would say talk to the college, first of all. I didn't go out of state, but I know I was thinking about it, and sometimes they're just really tricky on credit hours. Like they might have the same class, it's just worded different, so definitely talk to them and fight for it. Because if you do go out of state and it's like the same class, they just call it something different, fight for your credits, especially if you pass the class.
Hi, I just graduated from University of New York. Thank you. state, I was okay with that because I liked the program that I was joining, I liked the environment, I liked the extracurriculars. Sorry, stood up really fast. So yeah, transferring, going to a school out of state, your credits really aren't going to transfer. So I would, if you like really want to do that, really like the school. Because there are universities in Ohio that are fantastic where your credits will transfer.
Hey, I work for a university. It's right up the street, so it really doesn't count as out of state. But being that I know how it works a little bit, like she said, they're not really going to transfer out of state. But if you want to fight for them, make sure, Mr. Berger pushed this on us when we were seniors. Make sure you save all your syllabi. If you do not have them, then just contact the registrar's office at Start State. And they'll get them to you. They will have them on file. So have them. And this is even for like the schools here in Ohio. Have them, and then you can present them like this is the same exact class. So like I went to Malone, and they accepted all 6 degree of my credits, but there was one class that they were only going to accept as an elective and not towards my major because the names of the classes were different. So I just took them my syllabus, and within 3 minutes they're like, oh, okay, it's literally the same exact content, just the names of the classes are different. So just make sure that you have the syllabi, and if you want to fight for them, like Chelsea said, that makes it a lot easier to improve yourself.
I just want to add, I don't know that anyone has asked the question that this really applies to, but when you get to your university, when you get to school, wherever it is, there are going to be things, there are going to be challenges, and there are going to be things that you don't know how to handle. Ask questions. Don't sit around and just do what you know. Like there are people around you, there are people back here, there are people whose job it is. Somebody did ask a question actually about an advisor. My advisor wasn't necessarily super helpful, but I had mentors on campus who I knew that I could go to and who would give me reliable information. Or if they didn't know, they would point me in the right direction of somebody who did know. So, for example, I made a dumb mistake with a class. I was taking TOPUCU, and I wasn't doing as well as I wanted to do. I had a B- or probably a C at the time. And I talked to my professor, who I didn't know wasn't, he was an assistant professor. And I think this was like his first year at the university. And he thought that if I were to pass with a C and then retake the class, my grades would be average. And then he also, but then he said, but like, I think if you, and it's gonna sound really dumb, but I believe it. If you fail, then when you retake it, like the grade will be replaced, right? So I literally didn't, he was like, if I were you, I wouldn't show up to the final. I'm like, cool, like I don't have to take the final, and I'll be able to retake it and get a better grade. Like it shouldn't be an issue. I don't know why I ever thought that was a good idea. Please don't follow my footsteps in that way. But I could have easily talked to somebody who knew the real answer and could have told me like, no, that's not a good idea, just take the class, just finish out strong, and then you can retake it, and the grade will actually be replaced. Like it's not an average kind of situation. So there's that. But I just wanted to say, like, don't be afraid to ask questions. There are resources. There are going to be resources wherever you go that are geared toward your success, and just make sure you're seeking those out.
This question says, this is the next top one. It says, what's the hardest thing to adjust when you went to college? I have 3 things. The first one was being away from home and being away from my family. Like I said earlier, my family is a very close-knit family, and not to see them every day was kind of tough for me. And I literally called my grandma every single day, and we would talk about 3 hours out of the day. And the second one was having a lot of downtime. I'm a very busy person. I keep busy. But after class was over, I would get out of class at like 11, and until about 8 o'clock, I had a lot of downtime until I went to practice. And I did homework, I watched TV, I slept a lot. Make sure you take naps in between so you can be refreshed too. And the third thing was the food. I was used to home-cooked meals, and then I went to the dining hall, which they prepared the food, but it was totally different from what I was used to. But I think that was the three things that really that were hard for me to adjust to.
Going off what Kia said, I would say it's finding your rhythm, because you go from coming to high school, which is totally structured for the most part, even with early college, you know where you have to be at a certain time, and then by like your extracurriculars, like which you have chosen, then you know like by the time you get home after those, like you're probably gonna eat dinner, shower, go to bed, and then redo the same thing next day. But with college, it can literally change, like your day-to-day schedule can look 10 times different. I know sometimes I'm like, I forgot to eat. Like, make sure you remind yourself of certain things, because you can go from a good structure to things that you wouldn't even think about. Like, I'm like, dinner, it's 9 o'clock. And I'm like, nobody else made dinner because it's on me now. So make sure you're just keeping yourself in check and healthy, and make sure you're doing what's best for you when you're making a schedule.
And on the point of schedules, someone has, or a few of you have asked about how do you stay organized in college? Like what were your tactics or tricks, or what are your tips for organizing everything in college? So I'll start. Every semester I start by taking my syllabi, and for the most part, professors are very organized and good about putting most of your assignments. And you all have had experience with syllabi in the past, but it's as simple as just putting everything into a planner. Like, it takes some time. You're going to have to invest that time, but you have a week. Syllabus week, most of the classes will actually get into material the first day. So be ready for that. But that first week is really a good time. Or even actually, you should be getting your syllabi via email or on your school's online portal. We used to have like My Start State and Angel here. Do they still have that? Is there still Angel? No? What is it? Blackboard? Oh, yeah, Blackboard. All right, so cool. Blackboard, teachers will post, or professors will post your syllabi, and just be checking that. You should check that like a couple weeks before, but you'll also probably get an email. And at that point, as soon as I get a syllabus, I put all of the assignments into my planner, and I also put them in reminders. Like I have in my phone, like I set up a new list for each class and put reminders for every assignment a week ahead of time. And I do the same thing with the calendar in my phone with my class schedule. Like I'm very bad at remembering where to go or what to do next. So I pretty much just follow wherever my phone says to go. That's probably not a good way to go about things, but I make sure like the location of my classes was in there. You can even like find the precise building on Apple Maps, and it will tell you like how long it's going to take to walk there and all of that, blah, blah, blah. If you're at a larger campus, I didn't really need to do that much at OU after the first semester when I knew where everything was, but yeah, just make sure you are keeping track of everything. And I'll also say, it sounds funny when we're talking about like forgetting to eat, but it's so serious that your schedule is so hectic and chaotic sometimes that you really do have to be intentional about planning and setting aside time for your own happiness and your health. And it's really important because I was so concerned about doing well and performing well that like sometimes I neglected myself in those ways. And you cannot perform as well. You can't do well in class if you can't focus because you're hungry. It's simple. It's very simple. So just make sure that you're taking care of yourself. Finding time to go to the gym or hang out, play tennis, whatever it is that you like to do. Make sure you are putting those things in your schedule as well. And stick to that. Like, be good, be diligent about doing the things that make you happy. For the first 2 years, wasn't going to church. I loved going to church. Church gave me energy for like the rest of the week. And then I found the church that I liked and made sure that I was setting that time aside. So all those things are important. If anybody wants to add to scheduling and organizing.
Also, I know Mr. Venturella has ingrained this into our minds, but email is the communication tool that everybody uses in college. college, so check your email. I have it synced to my phone, and I check it at least 20 times a day. That's how professors communicate with you. If class is canceled, you want to know about it, so you don't walk 20 minutes to a building just to walk back home. And check your email all the time. Just always check like your Canvas or your Blackboard or whatever online system that your school uses, like your assignments and professors communicate through that.
And Mr. B has given me the 5-minute warning, so does anybody have any pressing questions, a question that you think we should answer right now?
I stepped out for a few minutes, but I don't know if anybody addressed the issue of drug and alcohol abuse, kind of temptations, how you handled it, just kind of speaking around that.
So, I'm just thinking honestly from a perspective of both a student and someone who worked in community standards for the university, and kind of had to see a lot of the messy cases come through our office that have to do with drug and alcohol abuse. I will say first, you're not going to be 21 when you get to college, so drinking is illegal for you, but being reasonable, we know that drinking like happens, right? So be responsible, first of all. Like, if you're going to drink, like we said, make sure that you have somebody with you that you trust. If you're, and we'll get to drugs in a second, but also the folks who came to our office who were getting in trouble were the people who were like doing the most, like got blackout drunk and were like, there was this guy who, there was a case of this guy who climbed a lamppost and was drawing like smiley faces on the sign, like on the light, on the actual lamp. Like don't do that. That's never a good idea. That's never okay. And regarding drugs, I mean, I have to say the same thing. There will be pressure. Nobody's gonna shove it in your face, but it's plentiful. It's all around. Like there's probably gonna be a situation where you walk into somebody's house and you thought it was a study session and somebody's over there in the corner smoking and they're drinking on the side and somebody actually has a book reading in the middle of the room, and you're gonna have to negotiate those territories. I would say first, you want to be sure that you're not putting yourself in those situations to begin with. You want to be around people that you trust. If you do have a drink, this is very serious. Like, you do have a drink or two or maybe three. Like, just know your limit, know yourself, and keep an eye on your drink. Don't take a drink from anybody that you don't know ever. Even people that you do know sometimes may not have your best interests at heart. So it sounds scary, but when you get there, I trust that you all will be able to navigate that. And anybody else?
What I want to say is, I know it's cliche to say be smart about it, but especially campus security and police that are around your area, they know where you party. If you party at frat houses, they know. And they watch. So if you're going to drink, don't drive because they catch you, and it's very easy because they know where you're going. And they patrol. Like, you'll be like, oh, they're just passing. They're waiting, they're watching, they know what you're doing. And even if they're not going, not on the door, they know what's happening. And be smart. If you go with somebody, leave with them. Don't leave someone behind. And if someone is intoxicated that you came with, make sure they get out okay, because if something happened, what are you going to do? And how is your conscience going to act with that? So if you go with them, leave with them, or make sure they're leaving properly. And I want to press, don't drink and drive. Don't drive while intoxicated or under drugs. Be smart. College is a good place to experiment, but do it wisely.
All right. I think Mr. Reed's coming up here to tell me to shut up, so I'm going to shut up.
We never tell you to shut up, thank you.
Can we do one more thing?
Sure.
Okay, so I do want to do, can we go down the panel and everybody just give like your parting, like last word of advice, like last piece of wisdom? Maybe like what you learned from your experience in college, like the one thing that we need to get across. We'll start there.
What I'm going to get across is trust yourself. And if you ever need someone, call back on people who were there in the first place. Like, you might have new friends, but trust yourself and go back to the links that you've already had. Don't think you're alone. Do what's best for you.
The big thing for me, college was just staying organized, so you really need to plan out your schedule and put all your assignments and projects in a planner or something that has flow so you know what's going on.
I just feel like it's okay to not know what you're doing. You're going to get there and it's a new experience. You had early college, but it's not the same. So it's okay to give yourself time to adjust. You don't have to feel like you have it all figured out right away.
And don't force yourself to do something that you can't do. Just keep what you want to do and love what you want to do.
Don't forget to be passionate about what you do. If you really want to do something, go ahead and do it. And don't forget why you're doing what you're doing. Whether it be you're trying to make a better life for you, a better life for your family, a better life for our future as a whole. But make sure you really are passionate and don't forget why you're doing what you're doing.
Constantly look for opportunities to better yourself, and if you're told no, find new paths, new ways around it, and don't give up, because it's really easy to give up when someone touches you.
And mine actually goes along with yours, Caleb. I was just going to say, think big. There's going to be enough people trying to pop your bubble. Don't pop your own. Be your biggest gasser, like your biggest motivator. You should be constantly like pushing the limits of what you can do, and definitely adopt that growth mindset. Always look at experience as an opportunity to grow and to change and to do better the next time, to be better the next time. But more than anything, think big.
What I heard and the feedback I got already, great job. Thank you so much. Like I said, every year I really look forward to this. And not only the students on this panel, but you heard other students speak up and give their advice. Also alumni, and they all have so much to offer. So we're going to hopefully end a few minutes early, and it'll give me an opportunity to talk to the alumni, talk to my operating committee who's here, and use that time. Don't just run out, but talk to them. I mean, if it's a school you're thinking of going to, maybe it's on the list down the road, it's one of the top 3, 4, 5, talk to them about it. And, if it's finances, if it's an expensive school, which is like the Walshes and the Malones and the NYUs and all those schools, they're expensive. Talk to them. Talk to them about how they're doing. They may not have answered your question up here, but they'll share that with you. So, thank you so much, guys. I'm so proud of you, each and every one of you. Thank you. Turn our attention to Mrs. V. She has a wonderful cake in celebration of our 2018 graduates. Congratulations to you. Another proud moment, another group we got through. Mr. Bruner's in the house, right? Mrs. Bruner's in the house. They made it. You said it couldn't be done, but it was done. You did it. You did it. Congratulations. They're going to cut up the cake. They got some cupcakes. They're going to pass them out, so please help yourself. All right, so we're a little turned around here, but we'll get back on track here momentarily. I am really excited to see all of our alumni. And I know I don't get a chance to spend much time when you come to these meetings because I'm always doing something or other. But I've already got a thought for next year. Maybe you guys, maybe we can carve out a half an hour and I can kind of see you guys as a group and talk to you. But it's so good to see you. I know I see you during the holiday party sometimes. Some of you I'm a liaison, so I could get the chance to talk to you on the phone, a job liaison. But the fact that you're here means a lot to me, a lot to the camp program. I know the operating committee, they always enjoy seeing you. Again, we'll have a few minutes, hopefully you guys can get together and talk. But please give a big round of applause for our call. They make us so proud in everything they're doing and going forward. I'd also like to welcome our operating committee. We have quite a few members here today. I asked them to come a little bit early. We have an operating committee meeting from 4 to 5:30. Once again, another commitment out of their day, their time, their generous giving to this program, to helping me, and I really appreciate it. So give a big round of applause to our operating committee. So, how are we doing over there, guys? How are we doing? Huh? And whatever way you want to do it, you're in charge of that. I was not in charge of that. You want to come this way, or you want them to come get it? Okay. Guys, go get cake and cupcakes, and then take your seat right away.
Now, what about Penn State starts, and then now he's going to be a junior in high school. It's crazy. You two are so much alike. Are taking pictures of him? Yeah, oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure. He's like my little sister. Yeah. Well, it's fun because they're so Caroline is in the right? Yes. Yeah. And that's exactly the same as what my sister is next to mine, and then the youngest one, and the two of us are like people confuse us all the time. It's great. Oh, but John Rowe, yeah, thank you.
Okay, we can get our seats. We will try to finish up here.
Les, you want Tabitha maybe to do the video? Would that be helpful? Tab.
Okay, we're going to go to a very special portion of today. And we're going to give out the first annual camp scholarships. I'm proud to present Mr. Bruce Petro. And Bruce, you probably want to come up with your committee too at the same time. So please welcome Mr. Petro and the Scholarship Committee.
Cheerleaders. As we announced a couple of months ago, this is our first year. We're actually having camp scholarships, and we're really fortunate to have some donors that are funding this and agreed to fund it going into the future. So we're really happy about this. And this year we had 2 scholarships to present. Our committee has worked hard. Who's missing? Eric. Eric's not here. Eric Kim is also a member of the committee, and John Sypek also is a member of the committee. And Tom, was involved in everything, so. As he should be. So I'm really pleased to announce the 2 scholarships. We have a certificate that we're going to present to the recipient, and we also have a letter that we're going to give to them, and I'll be reading that. And I'm going to ask the 2 recipients to come forward. Don't be bashful, you don't have to give a speech or anything. So, first recipient, Malaya Nelson. Dear Malaya, we're pleased to announce to the full camp assembly that you've been awarded an inaugural camp scholarship. The scholarship is $2,500 per year for a maximum of 4 years pursuant to the terms and conditions of the scholarship annual renewal criteria. Your scholarship is made possible by the generous donations of Jim and Sally Craigie and Ron Wilkoff through the Wilkoff Family Foundation. Jim and Sally are dear friends of Mr. and Mrs. Venturella, and fully support camp's goals and objectives. Ron Wilkoff, who is here. Ron, thanks. Let's give Ron. Ron Wilkoff is a founding member of the camp operating committee and fully committed, obviously, to the future success of our camp students. So we wish you all the best in pursuit of your higher education, and which is a Youngstown State in psychology, right? Okay. And I'm not going to forget this, your continuing participation in camp activities. So. And our second recipient, you would come forward, and I know I'm going to mess up your last name. Paige, Rushi or Rushi? Rushi, okay. Paige. And bear with me while I read the letter again. We're pleased to announce to the full camp assembly that you've been awarded the Richard A. Laronco Memorial Scholarship. The scholarship is $2,500 again per year for a maximum of 4 years pursuant to the terms and conditions of the annual renewal criteria. Your scholarship is made possible by the generous donations of Craig and Shirley Stanlaw. Craig here? No, he's not. Not today? Okay. Craig and Shirley, very dear friends, longtime friends of Rich and Joanne Laronco. As you might remember, Craig also recently joined our operating committee. Rich also was a founding member of the operating committee and deeply committed to the students, particularly majoring in engineering and related majors. And I'm sure Rich is looking down and very pleased with your interest in architecture. So we wish you all the best, and again, your continuing participation in camp activities. Checks are not in the envelope, they'll come later. Now they can pay to the school director.
So Tab, if you would, here's what I'd like to do. Because I'm going to send this video to people who are not here. Ron is here, and that's fantastic, but Ruth Ann is not. So what I'd like to do is I'm going to look into there, and I'm going to thank them personally. And then what I'd like to do is say, Tabitha, then what I'd like to do is say, and we have a few other people that want to thank you. I'm just going to turn the video to you guys. And how about a big thank you and maybe those hard things that you do, and just send your love to them, okay? Craig is on vacation that he's had planned all year, and my friend Sally and Jim are down in Florida. So Jim, Sally, and Shirley, and Craig, Ron and Ruth Ann, I can't thank you enough for all you do for us, your generosity, and what it means for these kids. And I think there's a few other people that want to say thank you and send their love to you. Okay, real quick, while we're giving out thanks, how about a big thanks for all the students who show up here every month and come to these seminars, and you give your commitment, and because of you, the camp program continues to flourish, and thank you for your commitment and sticking with the program. So, how about a big round of applause? How about to our alumni for setting the example and showing you all how to get it done, okay? You're in the next phase, and they're showing you how to get it done, and it doesn't get easier, but with their help, it certainly will. The alumni, thank you. We're going to the operating committee again, because this is 6 years they've been with me, and I don't know, they must be crazy. Nobody's dropped out. They don't ask me to come off of this committee. I give them a chance about once a year. I say, like, if you want to come off, just send me a message. They don't want to come off, so they love you guys, and they're committed 6 years. Give them a big round of applause. How about Mr. and Mrs. Bruner for their unselfish commitment? How about Mr. Tranger, who I have to tell you, this man can work anywhere in the school system. He's got schools tugging on him left and right, and he chooses to stay here and work with camp. So thank you very much, Mr. Tranger. And how about the scholarship committee? We put that together just in a couple of months. I'm telling you, they put together a very cool program where they're already talking about some of the adjustments they want to make after year one. And next year there'll be 4 scholarships, $2,500 each given out for you juniors that, well, you're actually seniors now. So give another round of applause to the scholarship committee. So I guess for me personally, it doesn't get much better than today. Graduated the class 2018. Our alumni is here. You graduated TOPUCU. We had our first annual camp scholarships. And our new juniors, you are sophomores, juniors, you're going to get your welcome gift, your backpack, and your pad folio at the end of the session. So today is a great day. I want you to enjoy the rest of it. I want you to enjoy the summer. We will not have another session until August the 19th. So enjoy the summer and stay safe. All of you juniors, please step over and get your gifts. And everybody else, thank you very much for coming. Appreciate it.
Here's the slider. Yeah.